Hey y'all. Listen, I know I have neglected y'all. To be honest, I've neglected myself, as you can see. I've been in the lab, the writing lab, since Wednesday, I think, you guys. Like, I've rested, right? It was Thanksgiving. My whole goal was to rest a bit. I've already washed my face and taken a shower, but I'm going to do a little bit of self-care face-wise. Because I have, like, really been neglecting myself. I just washed my hair like a couple days ago. It was getting kind of dirty, you know. So I did that, and then I went right back in the lab. That was really the only thing I did self-care wise. This is my whole pattern, y'all. I've realized that my upload and go live schedule is not really a schedule, but my whole schedule, for lack of a better word, is totally dependent on my mood. Like, totally dependent on how I feel, which is bad, right? Like, that's, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, because we don't have to assess bad or good to it, right? We don't have to do that. But sometimes I assess bad to it, okay? Like, dang, I did not accomplish what I needed to accomplish. It's all just based on my mood, right? So that's not really good. Okay, so for instance, sometimes I'll go live 2-3 times in one day, and then y'all won't hear from me for like a week or two. And then I feel so bad because I'm like, dang, I need to be going live. I need to be talking to my people, you know, child. But then what happens? It's all depending on my mood. If I don't feel like it, I ain't doing it. But that's not good. That's not effective. You know what I mean? Like, that's not the way to be. I'm really trying to do better. So part of my doing better means that I have to do stuff that's easier for me. And I also have to do things ahead of time, like batch recording. I have a lot of AI tools that I can use, which is what I did this past weekend, because I was like, okay, either I can try to record these videos and try to put myself together, right? Because I hate coming on camera looking a hot mess. Honestly, this is real. You know what I mean? Like, this is authentic. This is what Philip looks at. So why should y'all have to look at it? Because he married me? He knew what he was getting into. He might not have known what I was going to be looking like most of the time. So, y'all, let me just talk. I'm going to interweave some of the things that I've been doing in the lab. Part of my being in the lab was investing in a company called Pharmacy. Okay? So, you guys, I got a shipment in. This is my first shipment. I haven't really talked to y'all about it because I'll try it first before I put y'all on. So far, I've tried a few things and I've loved them. I think now is a good time to tell y'all about it, just to get y'all prepared to hear from me about this. Back to the lab, okay? So I'm going to make some coffee while we are talking. This is their Delish instant coffee with chicory blend. So we're going to try it, child. Anyways, in the lab, I decided to make it easier for myself. I could batch record and use my AI tools to do some recording too. I've already posted and scheduled videos to air every day this week. So I'm good for the next 7 days. The next 7 days now. I'm good, okay? So y'all gonna, you know, just be seeing me go live, but you're also gonna see some pre-recorded content. And I started a school community. You guys, I know you probably have already heard about School, SKOOL. That is an application that hosts a lot of different content creators, different instructors, counselors, just people who specialize in different things. Like, for instance, there's a calligraphy class on there. This is a whole community of people who are interested in this particular thing, which I think is awesome. Like, with all of the other platforms that I'm on, because I think I'm pretty much on, like, everything. I'm not on everything, but it feels like it, because I feel like I'm really running myself ragged and spreading myself thin by trying to be present on all of these different social media applications. But I'm like, what if I can have a community so people can go that'll house the courses that I offer, any coaching that I offer, the products that I sell, the community, you know, a way for us to talk and have our own space that's not out there and open with everyone else. This is a private community. There's a free level to it, and then there's paid levels that gets more into, you know, some of the specialty things that I offer. I've been listening to y'all, okay? So the other day at line dance class, a lady named Pearlie Mae came to see me. Pearlie Mae Freeman, honey, okay? Of course, we made fast friends because Nell, who owns and does hair at Aniston Walking Weaves, referred her to me because she is getting ready to release her book of poems, right? Dang, I thought I had some other napkins in here. Anyway, so she's getting ready to release her book of poems. And wanted some advice from me on the publishing part of it and what she has to look forward to. Everybody asks me this, you guys. Obviously, I wrote a book. I put it out, an international bestseller on launch day. It's not a game, people. So people ask me all the time, like, okay, well, I've been thinking about writing a book. I've been keeping my journals and doing this and really thinking about it. I have a story to tell, all that stuff, right? And that's probably like people get my book. I sold 3 books last Tuesday, which I was not expecting to do. It was just because Miss Pearlie Mae was there. So she was like, well, do you have a copy of your book? And I was like, yeah. I don't even know why I didn't even think about it before then. Because, I mean, I guess I was just focused on her and blind dance. So I pulled my book out, which I always have on me. At least one. She wanted to buy it. We were at the Elks, and a lot of the members there, people that I'm really tight with, didn't even know that I was an author, never saw my book or anything like that. So I was like, let other people who were there see. You guys know me as Dolores, line dancing and doing all the things, but did you know that this is my core passion? This is what I do. I'm an author. I'm a writer. And I've just gotten into the space where I'm really owning that. Because one thing that I do every day, even if I'm laying down and using my phone, I will write every day. I write something every day. Now, I don't always put stuff out because I got a whole lot of writing stashed. But I do write every day. So it makes sense that people are asking me that, but it also makes sense that I would provide a bit of guidance in that area because I'm passionate about it. I do it every day, and I've been able to accomplish some things with my own writing. Every time I sell a book, y'all, and the thing is, and I'm not tripping about this, like this is just, it's just been a revelation for me, right? That most people, like, more than they even want to know what's in the book, what I wrote about, or why I wrote it, anything. They just want to know, like, how I did it. Like, they're just amazed that I wrote a book about my life. So they're like, well, how can I do it too? And I don't blame them because that's what the girls want to know. Like, I got a story to tell too. Give me the tea on how to do this right, do it proper, with integrity, do it with discernment, do it with, you know, compassion, do it with grace, but also tell the truth, you know? So, since that happened, ever since then, it's been brewing in me. And, like, don't mistake this to mean that this was, like, some type of impulsive thing, because people have always been asking me, and I've been keeping notes, keeping all my good information. I keep my outlines, all the good stuff that I've had. I've worked with a few coaches myself on writing. So, I'm someone who has already practiced what I'm about to preach to y'all, okay? So, what was I about to say? I forgot my thought just that quick. I was going somewhere and then I got lost. My brain. Child, this coffee is looking dark. It said 2 tablespoons, didn't it? Or did I read it wrong? Because coffee is looking dark. It looks strong. Hold on. Because, you know, sometimes you could confuse teaspoon and tablespoon, child. Let me see. Ooh. Child. Hold on. Because why? Because why? I told y'all I need supervision. Did I not tell you I need some? So don't be acting surprised, okay? When I do something that don't make no sense. I put 2 tablespoons. Look, I got the actual measurement spoon. This wasn't no eyeball. This was like real life 2 tablespoons. Tell me why. It really should have been this, but it was this. Look at the difference. This is just look at the difference. It's supposed to be 2 of these. I put in 2 of these. And then looking at it like, dang, that's dark. I don't think it's supposed to be as dark. It's looking strong. Should I try it this strong, y'all? I'm scared. This is dark. Like, you don't even understand. This is dark. Oh. Yeah, it's strong. Can I do this without spilling? Do y'all see that? It's like motor oil. I didn't do that right. Hold on. Let's regroup. I'm gonna have to pour some of this into another cup, child. Cause what the helly? I told y'all I need supervision. I already said, I told y'all before. Your girl needs supervision. That's why I go live. Y'all can supervise me doing stuff. Because y'all already know I'm about to mess up something. Anyways, let's see if we can salvage. Y'all, I'm scared. Hold on. I just put 1 sugar in there. It's too hot. It's already trying to burn my lip. Nope. Too strong. My aunt, Phil's aunt, she loves her coffee hot, like piping hot. Do you hear me? Like, she want that little, like, that burn on the tongue feeling. Like, if it don't burn a little bit, it ain't hot enough. Okay, anyway, so back to Charles. This also might be why I shouldn't be going live talking to y'all while I'm doing stuff, because I be messing up stuff, child. Trying to talk to y'all, trying to multitask. And I be calling myself the multitask queen. It don't look like it right now. I'm not doing a very good job at this here multitask. And it needs another sugar, child. Because listen, we don't drink it like this. I don't even really like black coffee, period. But since I'm up here, I wasn't about to bring creamer up here too. Although, I should. Okay, back to what I was saying, child. I gotta get it together. I'm not even going to put no more in here. I'm just going to use what's in this cup and make another cup, because this stuff is strong. So I've been hearing what y'all are saying, basically, right? For the past few days, I have been in the writing lab, the creator lab, and really been putting together this whole program called Tell the Truth, Daughter. And it's a three-part, look, I said three. Not bruh man. Not I'm doing the bruh man from the fifth floor type of thing. Really, Dolores? Jeez. Maybe I need a nap. Okay, instead of talking to y'all. Anyways, so it's a 3-part series that teaches you how to tap into your discernment, how to tap into your insight, and how to really start to put your story together. So this is going to be like the how to write portion is the first one. And then we get deeper into it as we go into the other 2 parts of the series. So it's going to talk about publishing and whatever type of legal protections that you may need. I mean, you really have to think about that, especially when you're writing memoir. See, that's what I'm going to be teaching you all how to write, especially because a lot of you have been interested in memoir, but you don't really understand the difference between memoir and autobiography, biography, or whatever. And you don't understand how to write a memoir that's not a chronological account of your life, because that's not what a memoir is. It's been obvious to me that that's needed. The girls have been asking me how did you write your book? How did you publish? Did you get it published traditionally, self-published, all the things. And then a lot of y'all don't even know about all of these different options of publishing and how to build your platform and how to talk about what you've written in a way that doesn't hurt people. Because if you've been following me for a while, then you know that I've had to navigate that whole thing of, okay, how do I tell my story but honor the people who aren't even involved in the drama and don't want to be involved? Because y'all know there's been some things that have happened to me. I told y'all about I have a famous cousin, Dietrich Haddon, who was very hurt and offended by some of the things that I said that he felt was an attack on our family. I just realized, and then I had an incident with another cousin, or with another group of cousins, a group of my female cousins that were upset with me, threatened me, wanted to fight me, told me I wasn't welcome in Detroit again. I realized through that process that I wasn't really honoring the other family members. I just wanted to be able to navigate that, but still honor my story, my account of what happened, my interpretation of what happened, my experience of what happened, but not bring anybody in or hurt anybody or say anything about anybody that wasn't really involved in it. You have to think about the family members that you may have while you're telling your story. Are they still alive? A lot of people don't feel comfortable talking about it while family members are still alive, but does that mean that you don't honor putting your story out or releasing that? because of what other people may or may not do or how they may or may not react. Because I didn't know until I knew. I ain't know until I knew, child, but getting them threats. Child, my female cousins was like, don't bring your black behind back to Detroit. Telling all the family secrets. How dare you? And I can understand it, especially because we've always been taught, what happens in this house stays in this house, protect the house, you don't expose stuff, all of the things that all the toxic things that we've been taught. But there is some truth to those things, and there could be a balance to it. But how do you even navigate that balance? Now, I've been there. I've done this. I think that I've gotten it down to where I know how to honor the balance, honor other people, but still honor myself and my account of the situation. And when I want to put the information out, because it is not up to other people when I'm able to tell my story. But you don't want to turn that into a, now you're being rebellious. Now you being like, I do whatever. You know what I'm saying? You got the wrong attitude about it instead of being in the right spirit about it. But so this class, this book series, and they're short books, probably no more than 50 pages each. It's going to take you through very key aspects of the memoir writing process. Let's get back into book 1, for instance, right? So book 1 really teaches you how to tap in, right? Because when you are writing about a situation that has happened to you, there's a part of you that is going to relive that, especially if you've always pushed it aside, denied that it even bothered you. I'm just going to move on, just keep growing. And you think, oh, well, that's behind me because it happened 20 years ago or whatever. Then you realize once you start bringing that stuff back up, okay, you're not so far removed from it. That's what you start to realize. You start to realize, hey, you know what? This stuff really does still affect me. I thought I was over it. But no, you don't just grow out of your trauma. You just keep growing. But the trauma is still there. Maybe it's dormant. Maybe you don't realize that it's really affecting other areas of your life. And other people do, right? Especially if you're a woman with daddy issues, a man with mommy issues, you got any type of issues, that stuff does not go away. You think that you're functioning just fine, but are you though? You start to bring that stuff back up, reliving that trauma. And you got to be able to navigate through that. So how do you navigate through that? Book 1 is going to teach you all about that process. There was a lot of reliving trauma that I was not necessarily prepared for. I was under counseling. I had 2 doctors, a psychologist and a psychiatrist, one for counseling talk therapy and the other for mental health medication. I was seeing both of those under the supervision of both of those doctors while I was really heavy in the writing process. And they knew about it. Both of them have my books. Have my book, that one. And they both knew throughout the whole process when I was publishing. A lot of people were like, you just need to go and heal. But it's like, nah, I've already been doing that. I've been in counseling for several years at that point. And I'm a counselor myself, so I already knew a lot about what I was getting myself into, but not necessarily the part of dang, I'm really about to relive this stuff. I'm really about to bring back stuff that I thought I was over, or I didn't realize, I didn't honor the process, the emotions, and going through all of that. I didn't honor that at the time, maybe when I was a kid. Now as an adult, I have a fresh perspective on it. How do you navigate all that? As someone who is writing, how do you keep from making your book all about bashing someone and griping about all of your experiences? How do you keep from trauma dumping on people in book form? You have to navigate. I'm about to put on some toner, Lumi Radiance toner by Pharmacy. Book 1 is going to help you with all of that process. On the school app, I offer a community where you can speak with other daughters, including myself, and get guidance on your writing process and experience. The community is called Daughters of Discernment. You got friends in your life who will give you advice. Probably some that you don't even ask for and they just give it to you anyway. Okay, that's better. That's better right there. It could use a little cream, but that's much better. You have people in your life who give you advice, but this is what you want. You want somebody that gives you advice, that you could talk to, that has discernment. Okay? Has discernment. They gotta have discernment. Gotta have discernment. Because where are they getting this good advice from? Where are they getting this insight from without tapping into discernment? And to me, having friends that don't have discernment, that haven't like tapped into that gift and leans on that for their every movement in their life, then I don't even want you to be my friend. You are a dangerous person to be around if you don't have any critical thinking skills or you don't make good decisions. You're dangerous. I can't hang around with you. You're gonna get us all caught up. Eventually, that is what is going to happen. And you really have to separate yourself from people who aren't good decision makers, who aren't critical thinkers. They're going to do wrong by you. Even if they don't put you in a situation, they will be the situation that is your downfall. Think about how many people like that you've met over the years and you could just be like, man, that person does not make good decisions. Or I can't hang around this person because they're going to get me caught up in this, caught up in that. That happens all the time. You have to use discernment in order to, to be able to navigate those relationships, to distance yourself, really. You navigate, you need to get away from them, okay? Now, we know we're never going to be rid of people who make bad decisions. We're going to interact with them every single day, everywhere we go. If we're just driving on the road, you're going to interact with somebody who does not make good decisions. But you don't have to have that person in your life. You don't have to have that person advising you on what you should do about your memoir, your story, and your experiences. You don't need that person to be that instrumental in your life, okay? So you want other people around you, other writers who are discerning as well. So even if they're just hearing about your story and advising you on different things, they know what they're talking about. And so this is what I needed during the process, because I had a few people in my life, like, behind the scenes who was very supportive, who really gave me some really good guidance, some really good advice on navigating that whole thing of telling my story, not coming from a place of just anger and I just want to hurt people and get back. I want, I want to expose and I want to, just do all the things. I mean, you see people all the time who are exposing someone or telling something that happened in their life, but they do it in a way so that they go viral or that they create this whole thing behind it. But it's not really anything of substance. It's not anything that anybody really can learn from. It's just someone who's really just dumping. Even from the beginning of my writing process, I wanted that to be first and foremost. I'm not doing that. I'm not wanting to just come out here and just dump on people or gripe about everything my father did. It's not fair. Everything he did wasn't wrong. Everything he did wasn't bad. So it wasn't fair. But again, I don't owe him to talk about the good things. Right now, we're talking about this. And I don't owe you to be he did do some good things and all that. But there is a way that you can still, be balanced in your view, your perspective, and your approach to telling a story. And so how do you do that? Nobody knows, right? It's a mystery. How do you know? Is there anybody out there who already have navigated this terrain and can tell you what to expect, can tell you the bumps in the roads and the obstacles that you're going to face? I can. And so when people ask me all the time, how did you do it? How did you write the book? How did you publish it? And what did your family say? And what did they do? People are all into that part of it, more so than what's actually in the book. So I listened to that because I did something that was major. And dare I say it, badass. Who has the intestinal fortitude to write about their father who was abusive, who lives right down the road, by the way? Okay, he lived right up the street. And here I am, gonna put out a memoir about him, and talk about how he's abusing the church members and how he may have killed a man. All of this is in my book. So people want to know, how do you do that? I got a lawyer before I ever released the book. While I was in the middle of writing it, I got a lawyer, an accountant. People don't know there's a whole behind the scenes part of writing a book. You don't just write it and put it out. You can't. Well, you can. I wouldn't recommend it, okay? As a discerning daughter, okay? I wouldn't recommend doing it that way. So I wrote this series for y'all. That's what I've been doing. And at the same time, I've been neglecting myself. Let me show y'all what I just used. I just used the Age Reversist Beauty Essence Tonic. Make sure y'all grab this stuff. Y'all are going to see a major transformation. Sometimes your skin gets a little used to certain products. I've been thinking about expanding my beauty regimen a little bit. Switching out some things that have not really been working for me the same way that they used to. I've got 2 different serums. So I'm trying to figure out which one I want to use first. I think I'll use this Lumi Radiance Brightening Serum first. And then later this evening when I do my regimen again, I do my wind down regimen, I'll use the Vitamin C Glow Serum. Okay, so this is what I'm going to use later. And then this serum I'm going to use now. There's a video being released every day this week. In fact, what I'd rather you do is go over to the school app. Go over to the school app, look up Daughters of Discernment, and you're going to find us right over there. I want you to join. It's a free community. Join first, and then take the course that I already have up there. This is going to be the first week of getting you started on tapping into your discernment, developing a posture environment, because I do think that there's a posture that comes with it. It's a character, it's a way of being, a posture that comes with it. We're going to be talking about that as we evolve in the process. So far, I've been keeping all of my stuff on different apps. I had a different app before, a personal app, and it got too expensive and it just wasn't as intuitive as I wanted it to be. So I went ahead and canceled that one after a couple of years of doing it and not really getting the results that I wanted. I've been keeping things on Facebook, on YouTube, several different pages on YouTube. I've got stuff on TikTok. I don't really have a streamlined process just yet, which makes it super confusing for me because I am a highly productive person. I create a lot to the point where I forget that I've created stuff. Like, I'll have a spurt of inspiration about a certain topic. It's all daughter related stuff. And I'll create the entire course, the ecosystem, the entire build out of the topic I'm talking about. So I have several courses already that have books that go with them, the workbooks that go with them, journals that go with them, meditations that go with them, card games that go with them. Like, y'all, I don't mess around. I know it looks like I do because I haven't figured out the perfect way of putting everything out. I think I have it now, and I think that's going to be the school app. So that's why I want y'all to go on there and make this a really huge community. Even though there are set things that we're talking about in there right now, like the memoir writing process, because I want y'all to get started on writing your books. You can switch that over to poetry or whatever other way of putting your writings out. It doesn't have to be memoir, but I specialize more so in memoir. And that's like self-help memoir. So it's like prescriptive memoir. It's telling your story, but giving people the blueprint of how to fix it, how to get out of it, how to break free, how to elevate from it, those types of things, right? So that's more so of what I have to offer. So I want y'all to go ahead and go over to the school app. And if you're already a member of the school app, it should be very easy for you to do. It's SKOOL, and it's Daughters of Discernment on the school app. It's going to connect you to the Daughters of Discernment YouTube page where most of the videos will be housed. What I'll do in the school app is put the link to the video on the YouTube page, because I'm growing the school app. I want to also grow the YouTube page, right? So the best way to do that, at least from what I can see right now, is to host the videos there and give you a link from the school app to go to the YouTube page to view the video. And once you get over there, subscribe and all of that stuff. Make sure that you get notifications and all that. So that's going to be available to you. Like, I take a shower, but I'm pretty much like a bum. I'm super focused, and all I do is write and sleep, create and sleep. You know, that's it. I don't know if that's all that healthy, but that's just my pattern. I'll get a burst or a spurt of energy, of creative energy, and y'all, I'll just recluse myself. I didn't go anywhere. I have not left the house in days and days. I don't think I've been out the house since the Friendiversary concert where they were playing the jazz music. Y'all remember when I went live for that? I don't think I've been out the house since then. Have I? That day I went, because the Elks had their Thanksgiving lunch, and then that night was a jazz concert. So I did that, and I didn't go anywhere else for the rest of the week. I didn't go anywhere Thanksgiving, after Thanksgiving, child. Have I left the house at all since? I don't think I left the house, y'all. I really just been binge writing. I've been binge creating. And I feel so bad when I don't go live. But when I'm in those binge modes, I can't even do a live writing with me session because I'll feel obligated to talk to y'all. But when I'm in that mode, I don't talk at all. Like, Phil barely sees me. He does his own thing and I'll be in my writing mode, and he totally honors and respects that. He gives me space to do my thing because he knows once I come out of that writing binge, it's going to be something great that comes out of it. So it's been my pattern for like the last, I don't know, probably the last 7 years, maybe. Last 7 years. Yeah, pretty much. And then with the She Shed, it's super easy to do because then I can really recluse. It's like I'm in a whole writing zone and I can create the atmosphere in there that really sparks my creative flow. You know what I mean? Like, it's super quiet in there. I keep it dark, keep it cool. I don't put on a whole lot of bright lights. Plus, I'm sensitive to it. My eyes are sensitive to it. So I'll have it dark, you know, pretty dark in there, pretty dim. Let's put it like that. Dim lighting, cool, quiet. I don't have like barely any music going most of the time. I'm not talking to anybody. Sometimes I'll listen to different podcasts or lessons on how to do different things that I'm working on, just different instructional videos. I listen to that type of stuff. I've been practicing my recital. You guys know I have a recital coming up on next Friday. Next Friday? 14th. Yeah, very first recital, you guys. Here I am at 45 years old. I'm having a recital. Is that funny? A little bit. I think it's a little funny. You know, because you just don't hear people say that. I'm 45 years old, child, and I'm having a recital. You just think of kids when you think of recital. But anyway, so I've got a recital coming up, and I've just been practicing for that. One of the main things I've been working on this past iteration of practicing is really finding my own voice. I've been singing my whole life, right? Usually, though, I'm singing someone else's songs. So I try to at least maintain the integrity or maintain the sound of the original artist as much as possible, which means that I try to make my voice sound more like theirs and more like how they sung it in the song, as opposed to how I would just sing it. Anyways, that wasn't the pharmacy stuff. This is something different Philip gave me. I wanted to try on my eyes. If it works, I'll let y'all know. Y'all know I'm always trying to put y'all on the good stuff, okay? Y'all, this lip conditioner is the truth. Y'all know I got them smoke really. Don't tell, okay? Don't be putting my business out there like that. There's a whole lot y'all don't know about me. I'm a different type of chick. But this is a pharmacy lip conditioner. I like it so far. It seems like I've always had a problem with dry lips. My lips just stay dry. Plus, you know, when you've been smoking a little bit, you know, and they get a little dark. So I'm trying to bring some light back to my lips. I think when y'all watch my videos, y'all be like, I did not know this about her. That's what I'm saying. Like, oh my God. The people are going to be shocked. The people just don't even know, honey. They don't know. Have y'all been shocked at anything that I've said or revealed about myself? Are y'all shocked a little bit? Or do y'all just like, yeah, I would have expected that from her. I expect that from her. You know, let me know. Where do we stand on this, you guys? Okay. But anyway, so y'all got serums for days. Serums work though, don't they? Some of y'all know about them serums. Anyway, some of that is already available on the school app. So please, you guys, go over there and please be a daughter. Okay? A biological daughter. Please. Secondly, not that I want to discriminate or anything like that, but you know, it's okay for us to have us a little space. It's okay. It's going to be all right. Please be a daughter. Join the membership. Join at the free level. If you are ready to level up, join at the pay level. The courses aren't up there yet, but they're in the works. So I'm working on uploading those now. But everything is ready for you. Ideally, work through that first 7 days. Get acquainted with the group. Introduce yourself. You're not going to be the first one. I was the first one in there. So I would never ask you guys to do something that I wouldn't do first. Okay, so I've already done that part. Now I'm asking you guys to do that part too. If you're ready to join at the pay levels, then do it. If you already know you're serious about writing your book, your memoir, and working with me throughout the whole process, then just go ahead and join at the higher levels, and you will essentially become one of the founding members, one of the founding Daughters of Discernment. And that's what I want for you. I want you to be serious about it. I want you to be like, for real, really working on your critical thinking skills and your wise decision making skills, and building a community with other daughters who are doing the same thing. If you're serious about it, then you definitely belong there. Right now, there is not a safe space unless someone has just created that, which is what I've done. Create a safe space where we could talk about discernment. We can even talk about, you know, all of the things, the politics, the sex, the gender issues, the LGBTQ issues, faith issues, just basic women issues, beauty, hygiene, nutrition, money, like kids, marriage, you know, relationships in general, you know, all the things, all the, like every area of your life. You will need discernment in every area. So there's no topics that are off limits, okay? And even if you're writing a book, you don't have to come from a place of trauma to write a memoir. Your memoir could be very uplifting and positive. Just because even if you haven't been through like some negative stuff, you know, like abuse and all that, does not mean that, you know, you can't write your memoir too. We want to hear from you too. We want the lessons, whatever lessons that you know, have gained from your experience too. We want all that. We want to know. So that's that. And then of course, if you are interested in getting involved in a company, I have been in several multi-level marketing companies. I feel like I've been in all of them, to be honest. You know what I mean? Like, I haven't been in all of them. I haven't been in all of them, but I've been in a lot of them. There's always a lot of excitement around those. Sometimes it's like a false excitement. You have to look at them with a slight side eye, like, are they being for real? Are they just playing the whole manipulation game to get me to buy, to get me to become a rep, or just to get me to buy into this organization? And to be honest, I had not heard anything about this company before someone had presented me with the opportunity to be a part of it. I didn't know anything about the company, had not heard of it at all. But I know that sometimes with, you know, some of these, some companies, is basically who introduce you to it that gives it some credence, some validity, a little bit of realness. But I haven't talked to y'all about it because I had not tried the products myself. And in fact, I, you know, didn't really know a whole lot about it. But from what I did research, even creating like a whole blueprint for how I could be successful in the company while maintaining my core message of discernment and using critical thinking and wise decision making in your life, it still falls under the same initiative of making the best decision on the products that you use, the companies that you are involved in, the organizations, even the atmosphere, the culture of an organization is something that should be examined to determine if you want to be a part of it. And so I did that. You know, I looked into it like, okay, I can see where there were a couple of multi-level marketing companies that I was a part of that specialize in certain areas. For one, I like the fact that this company, Pharmacy, has a lot of different products in different areas of your life, like nutrition and beauty, health and beauty. So I like the fact that it's not just one area. It's not just makeup, you know, like some of the organization that we've seen, or it's not just nutrition, but it's a good fusion of both. Based on the research that I've done, it is pretty solid. The products are pretty good. I've tried several already. I'm looking over here at all the boxes that I've tried. These are all empty boxes now because I have the products out and I'm using them now. I'm trying them now. Like, for instance, this paprika and chili balsam. Y'all, I didn't even think it would really work because I have chronic pain. A lot of stuff doesn't work for me. A lot of medications don't work. Pain relievers don't work. Stuff like that. But this gel works. I put it on my hip. You guys know I've been complaining about my hip for a few weeks. If you watch me regularly, you know I've been complaining about my hip. A big problem that I have is in my knees, and I've had these issues from the military. They stem from the military. The other day, I put some of this paprika and chili balsam on my knees. Y'all, and it gives like almost icy hot realness in that it has a cool phase and a warm phase. But it's a much lighter scent. You know, you could tell that they have some type of, like, the icy hot or vapor rub has maybe a menthol or something like that, like that undertone that gets it into your system, under your skin and all that stuff. That's what it kind of has, but it works. It works. And it's not that expensive. Like, it's not expensive at all, actually. And then I got a few of them on sale during the Black Friday sale. So I've got extras. If y'all would like to try it yourselves, then I'd be more than happy to sell you a bottle. Another thing that I've started using is the Lumi Radiance Gel Cleanser. The Age Reverses the Tonic. I just used that a minute ago on camera with you guys. The Whitening Toothpaste, you guys. Oh my gosh. I've used that several times already. And so far, so good. The Lumi Radiance Brightening Serum. I showed you guys that already. And this is the paprika chili balsam right here. This is the actual bottle. I put my link in the description of this video so you can go and order your products. I'm going to tell you right now, just from a few days of using these products, what I recommend. The paprika and chili balsam for sure. That's what people were recommending to me as well when I first was learning about it. So I was like, okay, you know, I'm somebody who has chronic pain and carpal tunnel and arthritis in my hands. It's even good for, when I was thinking about like who this would be good for, I was thinking about beauticians, because I know a lot of beauticians, especially even my loctician, right? One time I asked her about her hands, like, do your hands get like locked up? I even get that, and I'm not a hairdresser, I'm a writer. I don't even write with my hands, you know, like I type, but I don't write. And even when my hands get bad, I can just use my voice application to translate what I'm saying. That's how I wrote a lot of the books that I wrote, by getting them transcribed. So that's that. And then right here on this hip that hurts, put a little bit on there. It has a little bit of that, like that menthol-y, but it's really light. It's a really light scent. It's not really like strong and overpowering like, you know, some of the other products that have that undertone to them. So go ahead and get my hands feeling better. But I still like doing my own hair, like doing my rollers or doing anything, like holding, let's say even holding, like this is a little plastic knife, even holding something, this, you know, starts to hurt my hands. I think about beauticians who are always doing stuff with their hands, like with the braiding. I can imagine how this would be helpful for them. Okay, put my balsam on. Don't even skip a beat, child. So that's that. Oh, okay, yeah. So I said the balsam, grab it. The whitening toothpaste, grab it. I'm going to recommend the gel cleanser as well. My face felt really good after using it. I've used some products in the past that feel like they were burning my skin. I have sensitive skin, right? But there's probably a lot of people out there that have sensitive skin that need to be conscious of the products that are used on their faces. So that's that. Also, I would recommend the lip conditioner. I do not like Carmex. A few friends I've known in the past really liked it. So I was like, let me just try it again, because I have really bad dry lips. I tried the Carmex, but it ain't really been given like it should. I need some serious, like, pull out the big guns for me, because the way the skin be set up, the way these lips be set up, child, sometimes they just don't want to do right. Now, I will tell y'all this, because I have been a brand ambassador for Aviv Spa products for maybe like 2 years now. And I love Aviv Spa too, right? I don't want to make it seem like this is like now I don't like these products, because I do. But I also have to recognize that sometimes your skin gets used to certain things after you've been using them for a while. Maybe you got to take a little bit of a break from them. Even if you decide to go back to them, your face just needs a break. So another thing that is highly recommended, but I haven't tried yet, is they have soaps. The soaps are highly recommended. I did try the shampoo the other day. You guys, I waited till the shipment came in. I knew I had ordered some shampoo to try. I waited to wash my hair until the shampoo came in, because I was like, nope, I want to see how it's going to do on dirty hair, you know, if it's going to give me that clean feeling, smell, look, all that stuff. So far, I have enjoyed it. It's a really light scent. It's not one of those shampoos that's going to give you a whole lot of scent, you know. It doesn't do that. It's just a real light, just a fresh scent. It just smells like your hair's clean, you know. Any type of hair aroma or anything, you know, like, because I used to be like that, where I was like, let me smell the shampoo because I need to know how my hair is going to smell after it gets washed. And there are some some shampoos that are very perfumey and like will give your hair like a lot of scent, you know, in your hair. Of course, over time that wears down, and sometimes they backfire on you after they start wearing down. But this one is just really light. It's just reviving shampoo. That's it. Just like real simple shampoo. It does the job, gets it clean. What I did first was, and this is my routine, in order to break down the oils and stuff in my hair, I'll do a shampoo first, of course, a good rinse. Then I'll shampoo it a good one. And that's just really to loosen up the oils and stuff, you know, get those to break down a little bit. And then I go through and shampoo again. So the first time I shampoo, it's not going to be very lathery because it's breaking down what's in there. But the next time, the next handful of shampoo I do, then it's like lathery, because now it's broken down the oils and now it's actually cleaning. So that's that. What else, y'all? It's been a minute, so I feel like I'm trying to update y'all on everything. I got a recital coming up. If you would like to, I really want you guys to come, okay? So if you can, please come. It's promoted as a Christmas spectacular. I'm singing 2 songs. I'm singing Man, I Feel Like a Woman by Shania Twain, and Who Would Imagine a King by Whitney Houston from the Preacher's Wife soundtrack. So that's just one regular upbeat song and a Christmas song, you know. And I think other people may be doing the same thing. There's going to be more people there that are doing their recital as well. People singing, but also playing instruments. You guys know Barry Haynes is going to be there. He's a very good singer too. He's performed at Lush Garden before and some other places around town. And he's a great singer, and he's going to be there performing as well. He got lessons from Jean Ellison, who has taught me voice lessons. You guys can see all that. We post all the time and my progress and stuff like that. This is a lip lacquer in Coquetta. It's the number 3. It's by Pharmacy, of course. The lip lacquer. I saw this color. I was like, I want to try it. I'm more of a matte lip girl. I don't really like shiny lips, to be honest. But I wanted to try it because I just want to try everything. I want to try everything that this company has. And I got a pretty good inventory of stuff, okay? Because if I'm going to tell the girls about something, I'm going to be the first guinea pig out here. I'm going to be the first one to test and let y'all know if I like it. So far, so good. I told y'all the lip conditioner, I recommend. The paprika and chili balm, the whitening toothpaste. Go to my website. It's right there in the description of this video. The gel cleanser. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4 items right there. I recommend this coffee too. But go by the directions, okay? 2 teaspoons, not tablespoons. There's a huge difference between a tablespoon and a teaspoon. Maybe when you got a little sugar, you know what I'm saying? And you might want to but not when you got coffee. When you got coffee, you're gonna want the small one. That was way too much. I knew immediately when I was stirring it. I said, oh my God, That looks like motor oil. Also today I used the brightening toner, the age reverses tonic. I did use both of the serums. I didn't tell y'all, I just did it. I did use both of them. Let's go ahead and get serum down, okay? Like, just serum me, please. That hurt. That hurt my knee. Let me put my balsam on. I totally busted my kneecap on this desk. And you know what it is? It's because this is an actual desk and there's a pull-out keyboard tray. And every time I scoop back up to the desk, I have to watch my knee to make sure I don't hit it. But I do hit it. I hits it. Look at that. That's probably enough for a kneecap. My poor knee. Child. My poor knee. Yes, honey. Let's let that marinate. It's gonna feel better in no time, y'all. I promise you. This stuff really does work. And you know, don't y'all be surprised sometimes when something really does work, like as they say it should? I'm like, dang, this stuff really do work. I wasn't really believing y'all at first. I said, let me see for myself. But then, when I tested it out for myself, I said, okay then, all right. Y'all for real about this thing, huh? I put some on the back too. Like right there on that back of the kneecap. I wanted to come from the front and from the back and do like a double whammy thing. All right, let's pull these pants leg down, child, before I cut my circulation off. So that's gonna do its thing. Like, it's already doing its thing. I already feel it. All right, y'all. So y'all got y'all list, okay? So make sure y'all go ahead and try that. Now, y'all can get everything I tried. Y'all can get whatever you want. But I'm just telling y'all what I've already tried and what I can confidently say works. If you're looking for my guidance, at least on this, there it is, okay? I don't recommend what I haven't fully tried and fully know for sure will work for you. But so far, those products that I recommended are doing the doggone thing. Cleanser, lip conditioner, whitening toothpaste, paprika and chili balsam. Let me see. I just tried these other things, so you can get them if you want to, y'all, but I can't speak to them just yet, okay? So what else? I used the tonic, the serums, the shampoo. Let's try this real quick. It's the Full Blast mascara. Y'all know what I did? I started getting, how do I say this? I put my mascara on a subscribe and say, excuse me, I just canceled it last night because now I'm going to use this one. But I put my mascara on a subscribe and save from Amazon. I started having too many issues with my eyes. Like sty, you know, like getting a sty, or my actual eyeball getting irritated, really dry. Like, I already have dry eyes because I had eye surgery back in 2010. I had what they call PRK. It's not LASIK, but it's like a cousin to LASIK, maybe even a sister to LASIK. So, okay, wait, y'all gotta see what my eyelashes look like right now. We're gonna do this in real time, people. I have a little bit of an issue sometimes. Like, I get in this nervous mood, and I start pulling out my eyelashes. I be confessing everything to y'all. Why do I tell y'all so much? Your girl got some issues, okay? And you know what? I own them. I own all my issues. I owneth all my issues. Sometimes I get in this nervous mood where I start pulling my eyelashes out. Do y'all do that too? I don't think it's like a full-on trichotillomania. It's not that, but it's a touch of it. I don't think I've been diagnosed with it, even though I've talked to my doctors about it. And I've been prescribed something for it. Maybe I have been diagnosed and I just don't know it. All I know is, once I started talking about it, I realized I wasn't the only one. That sometimes I'll just sit there in a nervous habit and I start pulling them. I don't do that to anything else. Like, I don't pull, you know, there's people who will pull their edges out. Some people will pull them out and eat their hair. Some people do that with their eyebrows. I don't do that with my eyebrows. But the eyelashes, the first thing I go to is be sitting there. And before I know it, be bald-headed eyelashes. How you got bald-headed eyebrows? What in the world? Bald-headed, eyeball-headed? What? Not the bald-headed eyelids. Okay. Who does that? Child. And I be feeling like, oh my God, it's so bad. And then I try to cover it with makeup. So y'all don't be seeing it, child. But it really is a thing. But right now, I'm doing pretty good, as you can see. I don't have any gaps, but there is like a couple of sparse areas. Like the other day, I had to catch myself because I started to get like a little bit of irritation. And when I feel a little irritation, that also makes me want to pull them, you know? Because like I feel like, oh, maybe it's, you know, like a little sty or something trying to come up. It's like a little irritated. What is it? The root gets a little irritated. Yeah, that's not bad though. That's not bad for somebody who pulls out her lashes, all right? That's not bad at all. Look at you. Now I don't look like I got bald-headed eyelids. My eyelids have hair. Okay, that's good enough. I ain't finna go nowhere either. About to be right here at the house with the lashes, honey. And then I told you, remember I confessed to y'all before that I'm a serial eyelash buyer along with the weight loss equipment? Child. I'm just going to show y'all because y'all don't be believing me. I have thrown away, gave away a bunch. Look, I done bought, child, I done bought these. Like, I'm like, oh, the individuals. I could do the individuals. They're going to look cute. As y'all can see, I've not used not one. And I've had this thing for probably like 6 months. But no, that wasn't even good enough. After I bought that and didn't even use it, who bought another one? Me? What's wrong with me? What is wrong with me? I don't know. And I still haven't used it. If I'm being honest, I'm probably not going to use those lashes. But I got them though. When I first got them, I was like, oh, I'm totally going to use those. They're going to be so cute. And they're the ones you could put underneath the lash so you can't really see that dark line at the top. Because so cute. They're going to be so natural looking. They'll stop me from pulling out my own. Those stories I tell myself. I'll just put a little bit more on the tips. That's really not bad, y'all, for somebody who has a plucking issue. Okay. So that's this one. This is the Full Blast. They have 3 different mascaras. And I'm going to try all 3. Okay. This is what I was telling y'all before. I do the subscribe and save. Well, I did do the subscribe and save for my mascara because I wanted to keep rotating it out. How long do y'all keep y'all mascara? Go ahead and tell the truth too. Don't lie. Okay. Because even my mom said when I told her what I was doing, she was like, oh, no, I'm going to use mine until, like, probably until it dry out or something, you know. And she's like, dang, this don't really have nothing else in it. But y'all, I mean, think about it. Like, you put it on, do your thing, and notice I'm not using one of those like mascara applicators, those disposable ones. I'm using the actual applicator that comes with it. But you put it on and then you put it back in there. So what's in there cooking? What's in there being rotisserized? You know what I'm saying? It's just in there marinating. It just makes me think that that's probably that way, especially because I'm always having like eye issues, you know, like a little sty trying to come up or it getting irritated and drying out and watering out of control. So I figured if I was routinely changing out my mascara, that would reduce the amount of eye issues that I have. That's my logic behind it. This mascara is cheaper than the one I had on auto ship. Plus, I get a really good discount by being a rep, you know, by being a influencer. So yeah, I mean, it just totally makes sense. If you're already going to be using these products, you know, you already use toothpaste, probably whitening toothpaste. Why not use this whitening toothpaste? It's good. It's from most of these. I think the company originates from Europe. So the ingredients that they have in there is nothing like what's allowed over here. So just on that note alone, it's already safer, healthier products than what you would normally buy in the United States. And that's a really good thing. You want to use Discernment in all of your products. Even when you're thinking about using these products, I'm going to be on here talking to y'all and probably using my products at the same time. I'm going to be using these products anyway. I may as well get a discount to use them and get a good kickback for promoting them, right? Like, that just makes good financial sense. So that's it, you guys. That's all I have for y'all today, at least for right now. Okay, I love y'all. Let me know if you order any pharmacy products, and if you're interested in becoming an influencer for these products as well. If you go to the school app, become a member of the Daughters of Discernment group. That's SKOOL. Just look up Daughters of Discernment and go to the YouTube page. Make sure you subscribe to that too. Y'all, I'm really putting in work, but I'm listening to you guys. You know, I'm listening to what you're asking for. So if you've been asking for this, then don't just leave me hanging. Go take advantage of it. There's so much stuff that I offer for free. Even the line dance classes, I do that stuff for free, you guys, you know, because it's an act of love, but it's also a way to connect with y'all and build a sisterhood. So y'all participate. What's really your excuse for not coming to a free line dance class? You don't know the dances? Well, you're not gonna know. That's why you come to class, you know? So don't let that be excuse after excuse, month after month, year after year. You're missing these opportunities. You're missing these connections. You're missing out. You know, you're missing out. And I don't want that for y'all. You know what I mean? Don't y'all have a little FOMO about this? Get a little FOMO about what we got going on over here, okay, y'all? This is Daughters of Discernment. We dance, we have a good time, but we also make good decisions. We think critically. We're tapped into our purpose. We are graceful women, and we just do our doggone thing. I love y'all, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye-bye for now.